It's your girl Agnez Mo. You get to know me with 10 questions. Are there any hidden talents or skills that most people don't know about? I think I'm really good at reading people, almost like a psychic. I don't know, like maybe if I want to do something else, I probably would be a criminal profiler. I think I'd definitely be amazing at that. Is there a dream venue or festival you would love to perform at one day? Probably Tokyo Dome. There's always like a long line around Tokyo Dome and I'm always like, who is performing? And I don't know, like I've always had that dream as a teenager to perform at Tokyo Dome. So maybe one day I'll perform at Tokyo Dome. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Korean barbecue, period. Every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, Korean barbecue. What is the best gift you've ever received? The best gift I've ever received is probably cutting toxic people out of my life. Honestly, it's definitely the best gift. How do you approach songwriting? Do you start with lyrics, melody, or something else? Whenever I start everything with just the right vibes, the right attitude, the right people, in the room, and start with the feelings first. Like, okay, what type of feelings or emotions I want to share with my fans, I always end up with like the greatest songs I've ever written. So yeah, that's how I approach songwriting. What's your favorite city or venue to perform in and why? For sure, Japan. I don't know, it's a combination of them being so out of the box, right? Like with their fashion, and just like they pay attention to details, the packaging, just the way that they present things. It's so fascinating, but also at the same time, they really embrace their culture and their tradition. Oh, if you could time travel, which musical era would you visit and why? Probably the 90s, probably. It's the era where people still care about the lyrics and the message and the melodies. So yeah, I definitely want to be around, like that influence. Oh my God, what is your favorite childhood cartoon? Okay guys, I don't know if this is big in the US, but it's definitely big in Asia. Do you know Doraemon? I remember I watched it every Sunday morning before church. And yeah, so that's like my favorite cartoon. What was the first song you ever wrote and what was it about? Oh my God, it's been a while. I was probably 13 or 14 years old, but I never really put it out until maybe the first song that I put out was Shut 'Em Up. Yeah, Shut 'Em Up. I wrote that in 2010. So that was like the first song that I wrote that I released. And it's about, the bittersweet relationship between you and your haters, pretty much. If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why? Okay. Alive, the Carters and J. Cole. Dead, Michael Jackson, for sure. Thank you so much, Hollywire. It's your girl Agnez Mo. Bye.